What's up, you guys? This is Robert at Shy Bears Plus. Please follow us on Twitter at Shy Bears Plus. Follow me on Instagram, Shy Bears Plus. And this is my contributor and friend, Jeff.
Yes, sir. Contributor, just a fan, talking football with Shy Bears Plus. You could follow me on Twitter at +_Shy. What are we doing today, Bob?
Hey, we are going to be talking about Week 1, Packer Week. Bears at Packers, Week 1, Sunday night. I already went through my quick what to look for. Bears will win if, Packers will win if, and gave you a final score prediction. And now we're going to incorporate my contributor, Jeff, +_Shy, and Mr. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Please tell me about, what do you think about the Packers defense?
Yeah, this year is first year defensive coordinator for the Packers, Mike Pettine. They removed Don Capers after an 8-year stint with the Packers. Mike Pettine is from the Rex Ryan coaching tree. He was Rex Ryan's defensive coordinator from 2009 to 2012. Then he coached 2 years with Cleveland with I believe a 10-22 record with the Browns. And if we think back to the type of scheme that Rex Ryan would have, it was more of a 3-4 with a lot of schemes or a lot of blitzing schemes, a lot of man coverage on the outside, press man coverage. If you remember Revis Island from years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe that is what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of stunts and different looks up front to try to confuse young quarterback Mitch Trubisky. So Mike Pettine, new defensive coordinator for the Packers.
Fantastic. I definitely remember the Rex Ryan and Revis Island and all the pressure. And if pressure isn't working, bring some more. So yeah, well, you bring up a point about if we're going to be bringing all that pressure. Of course, that means you're going to be playing a lot of man or man under one. So, do you feel like the Packers cornerbacks can handle one-on-one with our wide receivers on the outside, inside, or all the above?
That's an excellent question, and we don't know the answer to that, honestly. The Packers in the last 2 draft classes have spent some high capital on defensive backs. Josh Jackson, that was a name that the Bears were getting thrown to last year, first-round selection for the Packers, and I believe Jair Alexander, who's a little bit smaller, more of a slot corner, it seems like, as well as, once again, 2 years ago, they drafted a couple young DBs from there. So that question we can't answer until we see how they react under the lights with Sunday Night Football.
No doubt. Josh Jackson was a guy who was on my radar out of Iowa, doing a lot of film on him. And yes, absolutely love his playmaker, a guy who seems to be around the ball, but that was around the ball in college. And when he ran at the combine, he ran a little bit slow, and he didn't have the measurables. So that's why he went from maybe a possible Bears taking top 10 pick until the back of the first round where the Packers were picking. And you know what? And that's fine. They got great value at that spot. People were saying, I can't believe it. I can't believe he's not a top 10. But I feel like the Packers got him in a good spot. I feel like he was a first rounder. But
measurables.
Allen Robinson, first game of the year, never played in a real NFL game before. That's a whole different animal than guarding some dude from Illinois. So
that's to watch for, right?
Watch for that. But moving on, I know you wanted me to ask you about the Green Bay offense and things that we might be wanting to look for. So what did you have some thoughts on that about?
Sure. Another question mark coming into this 2018 season. Mike McCarthy had totally revamped the offensive playbook. I haven't had a chance to watch any really Green Bay Packer preseason and to even see if they revealed anything, whether they did or not. What I would think is something that will be in McCarthy's playbook is kind of what everybody else is doing, copycat league. You might see some RPOs with the mobile Rodgers. I think with this quick front seven, strong front seven with the Bears, getting the ball out of the hands of Rodgers quickly, keeping it healthy. So that's another question mark, what to watch for coming into this game. What type of offense are the Packers going to run?
Yeah, I know that Rodgers can scoot. In my video, I definitely played up the fact that sure we can get pressure, but he is adept at getting away from the rush and making plays and being able to make big plays while on the run. And that's one thing that scares me about pushing him out of the pocket. It's like, what do? You can't win if you do, and you can't win if you don't. So what are you supposed to do? I feel like the best way to get at Rodgers is to have at least 7 people in secondary trying to play coverage. And if you can get home with 3 or 4, that's your best chance. But if you're chasing around, man, it hasn't worked out well for the Bears, the beloved. So,
We'll see.
I'm feeling it. We'll see. I'm excited to see. Man, I cannot wait for Sunday night. Anyway, the Bears will win if, in my opinion, I thought if the Bears run the ball with Howard, his run averages 6.5 yards per carry career out of the shotgun. And I believe that the Bears will be running out of the shotgun one heck of a lot more than they did last year. They're not going to be running 2 and 3 tight ends and running out of the Nace formation from that, or a power formation and pounding the ball. What say you at +_shy?
Yeah, very similar thoughts with that. The Bears will win if they could control the clock, keep the possession, not turn the ball over, run the ball when they have to, but there are going to be some third downs that Mitchell is going to have to make a play. And we saw throughout the preseason, Nagy's going to make it easy on him with a lot of misdirection, maybe dump off screens. We're going to see a lot of Trey Burton. So the Bears will win if they can control the play clock, but also prevent the big play from the Packers. So many times we've seen Rodgers get out of the pocket, as you alluded to. Can we keep outside kick Tane? Can we keep Rodgers in the pocket? Can we keep the football in front of the defense? Maybe bend but don't break. The Bears will win if those two things happen.
Very, very, very good points. Now, not that we want it to happen, but what if? Let's say
Sure.
what if? What would happen? How could the Packers win? The Packers will win if, Jeff.
The Packers will win if they could rattle quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. If Clay Matthews could revert to his form from 2-3 years ago, if they could shake Mitch early on, maybe get him on his heels, a few turnovers early. It's very difficult to win in the National Football League when you have a minus turnover ratio. So if the Packers could turn the football over, rattle Mitchell Trubisky, get a lot of 3-and-outs, control the field the field, and can they keep Rodgers upright and get the football out of his hand, as I said earlier. Keeping him healthy, but keeping him off the ground. Obviously, the Bears are going to try to get a lot of pressure. They're going to try to rattle him. Chess match, Fangio versus McCarthy. I like the hand that we hold. So, but if the Packers keep Rodgers upright and Mitchell the opposite, that's how they'll win.
I agree in a lot of ways. It's just funny when we make these videos, I don't really go through every single talking point with Jeff here, and it's funny that we come to some of the similar conclusions. But the Packers will win if they can confuse or pressure Mitch on the road in his first year in a new system, and create turnovers that way. That's going to be a big thing for them. And we haven't seen a lot of Mitch in the first string altogether in games in the preseason, so you're going to see it all getting thrown at him right now, and you know what? They might not be ready. And I'll be honest, I hope they are. I really do. But there's some seeds of doubt sown into the crop of my brain this week, and I'm going, wow. Ooh, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I'm still bear down. I'm still to Bears. I'm still thinking that we're going to have on the whiteboard a very positive number. And yeah, the other thing was if Packers go off, I thought if Rodgers just goes off and he can avoid the rush, it's one thing to be chased around, but if you don't get him on his back and if he gets the ball off and he's making these big plays like he always does and slipping the screens out, the one in my last video I said there's no free tickets to the show. If you're a defensive lineman and they let you go, turn around. There's no free tickets to the show. There's no free tickets to the quarterback. Turn around and find the guy who's the screen guy. They kill us all the time on those two things, and those are my two things where the Packers will win if. So, how hyped are you, Jeff? Seriously, because I'm freaking
out.
So
hyped. I was very disappointed actually this morning. It was short-term memory that I thought the Bears were playing at noon, and then I remember they were playing at 7:30. That was a real punch in the gut. But this is, it's night and day from last year to this year.
Yeah.
How the personnel on offense. We talked about the skills position. Just the attitude, the energy, the vibe, the talent. I mean, it's we're pretty healthy going into this thing, and we just got Khalil Mack. So Khalil Mack. This is my whiteboard prediction. You want it? Are you ready for it?
I agree. What takeaway from this morning? I went to a festival this morning, and I swear, here in the Chicagoland area, I saw more Bear swag. And I would, every time I saw a jersey or a hat, I would throw out a "Hey Bear down," and I get at least a head nod or the "Hey, what's up?" There's a different vibe in the area. There definitely is. And I know I'm just dragging this video out, but you could feel it, you could sense it, the excitement. Yeah. Especially since Mac, you could just feel the energy around here in Bears Nation.
Yeah.
So, I already pulled my whiteboard up. I'm ready for yours. What is your prediction, Jeff, at +_shy?
Definitely, probably, as you mentioned, a slow-moving first half. We saw that on Thursday Night Football. Two high-powered offenses. Kind of difficult to get rhythm going early on, especially that we don't know with how many reps they've gotten. In a game, Mitchell Trubisky has not connected with Allen Robinson or Taylor Gabriel, two free agents that are new this year. So that first first half might be an adjustment period. We'll see how Matt Nagy and his offense comes out in the second half, how they make some adjustments. I do think the Bears are going to get some turnovers. I do think they're going to score a touchdown on the defensive side. I do think they're going to play better special teams this year. I do think they're going to win this game. It's going to come down to the second half, but the Bears are victorious.
Whoa! 27-20 and +_shy. I'm coming with my whiteboard. I already did it last time, but I'm going to bring it back. We'll go back-to-back whiteboards.
Wow, colors and everything.
Oh, I got the different colored markers. You hate to see it when you outshine your guest. You hate to see it. 23-20, 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. And that's what I'm feeling. Man, and it's just crazy because I did a Periscope yesterday, and just watching the national media and watching the national Twitter, and no one's picking the Bears except for Good Morning Football. It was the only people who say anything positive about the Bears, and it was actually kind of like, I don't know, man. You go down the list and just when you go down quarterback, them, running backs, us, wide receivers, us, tight ends, us, line, probably us, defensive line, probably us, linebackers, us, cornerbacks, probably us, safeties, probably us, kickers, probably them. I just, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see all this Packer love right now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Same thing. Too much. Aaron Rodgers is back, but once again, how's the supporting cast? Offensive line skeptical. We have a tackle that's coming off of offseason surgery. ACL. So, I think it's going to be a close game regardless. I don't see the Packers being this juggernaut.
Right.
Again, they lost Rodgers. Kumro, that guy that's kind of like their Tanner Gentry, UW Whitewater product. He's on the IR, so that's it, man.
The old Tanner Gentry line. I'm feeling you on that. I don't feel like they're a juggernaut. I feel like we've really closed that talent gap, and I just don't see it. If this was week 3 or 4, and the Bears were still healthy at that point, and were able to put together a little cohesion and synergy on the way to that level, I wouldn't be picking a 3-point game. I feel like I would be picking a 7 to 10 point game, or 7.5, or I don't know. I'm not an odds maker. So anyway, that's where I'm at personally. You just saw where at +_Shy was at. This is Robert at Shy Bears Plus. You can follow me also on Twitter at Shy Bears Plus. You already found me on YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe and slap that bell. Also, Instagram, Shy Bears Plus, all these places to go and find us for information, insight, opinions, dank memes, scores, predictions, all these different things that you can do. I have no idea why you're not clicking all these different things right now. I can't even imagine. Anyway, bear down, Chicago Bears, the Bears, let's go. Sunday night, super lit. Tell me one more time. I think I might have missed out. Come on.
No, one time. That's it. That's all she wrote.